Hello and welcome to Midday Update with me, Antra Bose. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Passengers arrested for possessing drugs in Muscat Airport. Several rescued amid heavy rains in Oman. Expat dies in Muscat after heavy rains. Ukraine calls for meeting with Russia and other nations within 48 hours on border troop build-up. India reports 34,113 fresh COVID-19 cases and 346 deaths. Singapore's $110 million space tech investment, will it be an opportunity for Indian firms? UAE register back-to-back wins in quadrangular T20 series. Ahmed Al Harthi delighted with perfect race in ALMS round 2. Those are the headlines. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the COVID-19 updates and the local stories. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the COVID-19 news. 3 new COVID-19 related deaths have been registered in the Sultanate, taking the total death toll because of COVID-19 to 4,211. In addition, as many as 1,979 new cases of coronavirus were registered, which brings the total number of positive COVID-19 cases to 367,679. And now for the local stories. People have been arrested at Muscat International Airport for possessing tablets of psychotropic substances and narcotics. Muscat International Airport Customs arrested passengers in possession of tablets of psychotropic substances and narcotics which were hidden in the personal luggage, Oman Customs said in a statement. More than 25 people who were trapped in their vehicles in waterlogged areas in Muscat Governorate have been rescued by the Civil Defence and Ambulance Authority. CDAA said in a statement that this morning, the authority's operations center received 20 reports about vehicles that were stuck in water bodies resulting from rainfall in the Governorate of Muscat, and 30 people were rescued. All the people are in good health. Meanwhile, the Royal Oman Police rescued 3 people who were trapped in their vehicle in Muscat Governorate. A statement issued online by ROP said the following. 3 people, one of them an expatriate, were rescued after they were stranded inside their vehicle amid heavy rains in the southern Gubra area. They are in good health. In the Vilayat of Matra, the flow of Wadi Khalfan led to water entering one of the houses, with people going to the roof of the house for safety. They were dealt with by the rescue teams. The police also announced that 2 women were stranded in their vehicle in Al Khair area and 7 other people were stranded in a bus on a waterlogged Sultan Qaboos street. They were dealt with by the personnel from the Civil Defence and Ambulance Authority. The authority calls on citizens and residents to follow safety guidelines during rain. An expat who was stranded in his vehicle due to the heavy rainfall has died, the Royal Oman Police said. 2 expatriates were stranded, one of whom was suffering from shortness of breath inside their vehicle in the Vilayat of Matra, but he died shortly after being rescued, ROP said in a statement. Those were all the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the international stories and sports news. Stay tuned.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Now for the international stories. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba on Sunday called on Russia to hold a meeting within the next 48 hours to discuss Moscow's military buildup along its borders. Taking to Twitter, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine Dmytro Kuleba said Russia failed to respond to Kyiv's request under the Vienna document. Consequently, we take the next step. We request a meeting with Russia and all participating states within 48 hours to discuss its reinforcement and redeployment along our borders and in temporarily occupied Crimea, he said. In another tweet, Kuleba added, if Russia is serious when it talks about the indivisibility of security in the OSCE space, it must fulfill its commitment to military transparency in order to de-escalate tensions and enhance security for all. In the past few months, the West and Ukraine have accused Russia of a troop buildup near the Ukrainian border in alleged preparation for an invasion. Moscow has denied these accusations, repeatedly stating that it is not threatening anyone and at the same time expressing strong concerns over NATO's military activity near the Russian borders, which it deems a threat to its national security. Moscow has also said that Russia has the right to move troops within its national territory. As many as 34,113 fresh COVID-19 cases were reported across the country in the 24-hour period, informed the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Monday. A total of 75.18 crore tests have been conducted so far in India, with 10,67,908 tests held in the last 24 hours as per ministry data. Country's active caseload currently stands at 4,78,882, which accounts for 1.12% of the total cases. The daily positivity rate in India has been recorded at 3.19% and the weekly positivity rate at 3.99% as per the bulletin. A total of 91,930 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.68%. The country reported 346 deaths in the country in the past 24 hours, increasing the total reported death count to 5,09,011. Last week, at the 14th Global Space and Technology Convention 2022 held in Singapore, the Singapore government announced that it is committing $110 million to the space technology industry through research and development funding. The program will be helmed by the Office for Space Technology and Industry, the government office which oversees the country's space industry, and the National Research Foundation. OSTIN was created in 2013 to support Singaporean companies in developing internationally competitive capabilities in the space tech industry. The investment seeks to enhance space-related capabilities applicable to key industrial sectors for Singapore, such as aviation, maritime, and sustainability, by using such technology to enrich daily life. Speaking as a keynote speaker at the convention, Jam King Yong, Singapore's Minister for Trade and Industry, said that MTI is continuously forging partnerships with other spacefaring nations and building a talent pipeline for the space sector. He added, we are also constantly looking for like-minded partners internationally so we can learn from each other and grow together. In the area of space tech, India is without a doubt more advanced than Singapore. India's initial foray into space started with the setting up of the Indian National Committee for Space Research in 1962. This was followed by the establishment of the Indian Space Research Organisation, or ISRO, in 1969. To date, based on Make in India website, India has launched a total of 109 spacecraft missions, 77 launch missions, 10 student satellites, 2 re-entry missions, and 319 foreign satellites. It would therefore be unsurprising if, in the near future, India participates in one way or another in Singapore's space tech development program, given the close ties between the two countries. And now for the sports stories. The United Arab Emirates beat Ireland by 13 runs in the fourth game of the quadrangular T20 series at the Oman Cricket Academy ground on Sunday. Put into bat first after losing the toss, the UAE lost both openers well inside the power play. Mohammad Wasim, dealing exclusively in boundaries, was dismissed in the third over, and 5 balls later informed Chirag Suri followed suit. It was the fourth wicket partnership, however, that defined the UAE innings. 19-year-old Vidya Aravind showed maturity well beyond his years, refusing to back down under pressure and counter-attacking the Irish bowling unit at every possible opportunity. The other end was marshalled by Rohan Mustafa, whose robust yet measured knock provided the perfect foil for Aravind to inflict maximum damage. The 94-run partnership placed the UAE in pole position to finish with a flourish at the death, a proposition that enticed Kashif Dawood. He smashed 2 sixes and 2 fours of Mark Adair's final over, propelling the score from a competitive 155 after 19 overs to a daunting 178 at the end of 20. With this win, the UAE stand atop the table, having continued their rich vein of form from the ODI series against Oman earlier this month. All eyes now turn to the tournament, concluding double-header on Monday, with Oman facing UAE and Ireland taking on Nepal. Fifth place in round 2 of the Asian Le Mans Series at Dubai Autodrome on Sunday, 13 February, capped a strong and competitive opening weekend of the season for Ahmed Al Harthi and Oman Racing, which is the Sultan's #1 racing driving, hailing a perfect race in the number 69 Aston Martin Vantage GT3. Taking the second stint of Sunday evening's 4-hour encounter in Dubai, Al Harthi produced an absolutely sensational drive and ran as high as second in the GT class, Oman Racing having qualified 10th fastest. In the end, with overall pace from the Aston Martin not quite a match on this occasion for the rival Ferraris and McLarens, Al Harthi and teammates Sam Dehan and Charlie Eastwood had to settle for a nonetheless satisfying top 5 result. Now the Asian Le Mans Series moves on to neighbouring Abu Dhabi for round 3 and 4 of the 2022 season, taking place next weekend on Saturday 19 February and Sunday 20th February at Yas Marina Circuit. Those were the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.